Well, it's that time of the month again, you know. I'm making stuff, I'm posting stuff, getting stuff out there. But this month has been a busy one. There's been quite a lot of coursework, you know, because I'm at uni doing film, so there's been a lot of getting stuff done and editing and filming and shenanigans of organising stuff, and it's chaos, and I can't be bothered with it at the moment. So we're gonna take a little minute off and talk about my friend here. My little setup, what I'll be using to shoot all my very high quality films in the upcoming future, as well as before this video goes out. So, you know, a little bit of breaking the fourth wall, time traveling. Oh well, you're along for the journey now. One very last thing before I let you get on to my nerdiness. The whole video obviously is about the Lumix S1 II, what I'm shooting on now. So I had to shoot on something else, and it was primarily shot on this, the Sony a7C II. I'm in the market of getting rid of it. So if you would like it, send me a message and I'll give you details on what it does, what I've used it for, whatever you want to know about it, and obviously price and all that. So if you would like it, send me a message. I'm very happy to give it to you for quite a friendly discount. So that there is the Lumix S1 II, albeit with a couple of additions. Nothing crazy, but it's a little bit rigged out. Anyway, we'll start at the bottom, you know, your strong foundation with anything in life, but especially when you're holding an expensive camera. And so this is the SmallRig X Potato Jet Tribex tripod. It is a wonderful little tripod. I say little, it's quite a big one, but it gets much bigger. It has a wonderful tripod head on here. It can hold more weight than my camera will ever weigh, and has this wonderful feature here. I can't show it here because it's on my desk. But you saw earlier, you pull this and the legs become loose and they can extend. So rather than having to adjust all the legs separately and try and get your levels right and blah blah blah, you just squeeze the lever, legs go down, and you're set. It's beautiful. The head's also nice and it doesn't weigh too much. It comes in a very lovely carrying case. So all round it's pretty good. And so, star of the show, the beast itself, the Lumix S1 II. It is a wonderful camera, a beautiful flip out screen that goes in every way you could possibly want, a wonderful bright fast EVF, has a 24 megapixel sensor inside, but that is covered by the cover so that it's safe and doesn't get wrecked, shoots 6K footage at up to 60 frames a second in OpenGate. You can do ProRes RAW, you can do basically anything you'd ever want. It's also a phenomenal photo camera. It can do 60 frames a second raw photos in full 14-bit, I think, bit depth. Don't quote me on that. They are wonderful. If you saw my Instagram post about waking up Rosham, all those were shot on this, and it is a wonderful camera to be using. But to get this camera to sit properly on said tripod, I use the quick release plate that came with the tripod. Makes sense. I don't think anyone will question that. But these don't go great on here. They can, one of them will go on, but both of them don't fit. And so that's where this comes in. This is the SmallRig cage for the Lumix S1 II. It's nicely built, full metal. It is missing the HDMI clamp and the tool because I bought it second hand and the guy didn't give them to me, which is kind of annoying. But it has two cold shoe mounts. It has a NATO rail on top, this bit here. Has ARRI locking pins for a top handle or whatever you want with ARRI locking pins. It's got what's this bit called? It's got Arca Swiss on the bottom, mount here, here and here, all the holes. Basically, whatever you want to attach, you can attach using this. A camera without a lens, pretty useless. That's where this guy comes in. This is the Lumix 24-60. It's nice and small, constant f2 aperture, has a custom button, a little autofocus manual focus switch. It's nice and clean, nice and small, very light. It's pretty basic, but it does the job very well. My only complaint is it's pretty clinical. There's no sort of character in this lens. So if you're looking for something super out there and crazy, this isn't it, but it does do its job very well. But everyone knows your video is only as good as it sounds, and that's where this comes in. This is the Comica VM40. It is a shotgun microphone. It's not the biggest shotgun microphone, but it's also not the smallest. It is wonderful. It sounds gorgeous, and if you need proof, just look at any of my videos in the last several months. They're all this. All my uni works on this. Everything I've done uses this microphone. Sounds gorgeous. 32-bit float internal recording. Long, nice stretchy cable for on-camera audio. It can be mounted. It does everything. Like, I don't have any complaints with it. It's wireless as well. Like, this literally does everything. Before I had this, I used the Rode Video Micro Go 2, something like that. I'll put the proper name here. Very good little microphone. Not as good as this. Didn't have internal recording, didn't sound as good, didn't have the same dynamic range, doesn't have 32-bit float or anything. But for the price, a phenomenal little microphone. This is a top handle from SmallRig. There's a recurring theme here. I am a big SmallRig fan. A big SmallRig fan. Say that 3 times fast. It's pretty basic. It's just quite comfortable. Nice little grippy bits here. Nice rails on top. Plenty of cold shoe mounts for mounting whatever. It sits on top of the camera and you pick it up from this when you're not using it on tripod. Pretty basic. When those long shoot days just don't seem to end, this little battery keeps everything powered. It is the SmallRig 99 watt hour V-mount battery, or V-lock battery some people call it. It's the shape of a V. Again, most things in film are fairly self-explanatory. It has USB-A, USB-C, DC, you got D-tap, you got all the power you could ever need, and it lasts for hours. I think this keeps my Lumix charged for about 7 hours, shooting 6K at 24 frames a second, like continuously. Crazy. Tells you your percentage, it tells you your wattage in and out. It is wonderful little guy, but it does not go on the camera itself, and that is where this comes in. This is the SmallRig V-mount battery plate. We've got a nice simple Arca Swiss here, so it slides straight onto the camera cage I showed you earlier. You can pull this out if you have an extra thick viewfinder, I guess. Mine usually sits around there. See on the back here, there's this nice V. It just clips straight on, and then you're set. You can plug everything in, do all that. You want to take it off, just press in the switch, pull it off. Very simple, very nice bit of gear, very well made because it's SmallRig. Again, pretty standard. The next thing on my camera is this, the Viltrox DC 550 Pro, powered by a Neewer. No one knows how to pronounce this company's name, but one of their NPFW batteries. It lasts for hours, has a nice little sun hood, keeps the reflections down. You've got custom buttons, you can put an SD card in here for LUTs or extra software updates and stuff. Power in, more mounting, HDMI in and out, so you can daisy chain it or record externally to an HDMI recorder. Pretty good. It's got full color, it's incredibly bright so you can see it all of the time. Wonderful little guy, and also very good value for money. I do have to give an honourable mention to this, the DJI Mic Mini. It's pretty simple, pretty basic. You can see some of it's missing. That's because there's one clipped onto me. That's how I'm getting the audio alongside a second Comica VM40. Very small, very nice little simple guys. Little wind filters, they sound great. Everything connects super seamlessly. You just plug the thing into the camera and then you're good to go. So these are great. Secondly, having a tool like this, it's always wonderful. This has so many hexes on it that, like, I've not found anything I can't do with this. You also have extra big wrench parts. I don't use these ever. I also don't use these ever, but they're very helpful if you do need them. This was, I think, a single pound. Might not even be that. Might be 99 pence from a shop like 4 years ago. So get you one of these. Maybe a slightly nicer one than this, and it helps every day of my life. It's wonderful. Thank you to everyone who's made it to the end. I appreciate you, and I'm honestly quite impressed that you've not been massively nerded out by my incoherent yapping, but just thank you, and I'm sorry it's late once again. I'm trying to get better, but things keep happening, uni deadlines and work that's debatably more important than my shenanigans on YouTube, alongside a small crash causing a small little issue and rendering my screen completely broken. So editing's taken a little bit longer than it should have done, and there's been a bunch of things to sort out, but that's besides the point. Just thank you for showing up, and especially thank you for those who are actually at the end of this video, because it's probably a little bit longer than my usual ones and probably less interesting to most. But for those who care, thank you, and for those who don't and are still here, thank you even more. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.